Morning, Tuesday morning. That wasn't a bad bank holiday, was it? I'd have gone to piss a bit too much, but that was alright. Right, wall plates, setting out wall plates for roofs and extensions. Everyone's different and you never know what we're going up against, so I'll just show you what we got here, and it isn't good. Right, existing house. I put a plate, a tiny little plate there on the outside of the wall, and something else we found is, look at these blocks. And I've checked inside, the inside skin is all, they're like 65mm blocks. I mean, I don't know how the place has stood up. And I've been doing this job nearly 50 years and I've never seen an inside skin done in 65mm blocks, ever. But anyway, roof plate. So, we got gable on the front there and a hip end going through here. Obviously these, whatever they are, 35mm by, I don't know, I'm not even measured them, probably a bit over 100, 110mm or something. We've got 175s there. So you've got to work out your plane of roof, which is there. You're going to have to carry that through. But then obviously your wall plate alters, so you've got to jiggle about a bit. I mean, I'll do it the carpenter's way. I work out what the pitch is, cut my bird's mouth out, and just offer it up. And it's working out here that that plate sits on top of the other plate, and we're pretty good. This is wrong. This should be in the same. Let me just show you. Who's got a level? Hang on, 1 minute. 1 minute. What should happen here, this plane here, the top of that hip rafter should be the bottom of that level, and it's not. You can see it's wrong, but they've done it like that anyway. So anyway, we're right with this, right, coming through here, and that's the height of our wall plate, and we'll carry it all the way through there. Sweet. That's us. Pull up the wall plate. There's a little bit to do there in front. Hour in the morning. I don't know what we're going to do really. There's a porch to be done down there, but it ain't really ready. I don't know. I think we've got through this a bit too quick in the last week and this week, and the governor's on holiday. I don't know if they've got anything for us, but I ain't bothered. Fucking suits me. Yep. Pub. Right, new trowel. It ain't really new, it's an old one, but anyway, having a change about. I've got arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and it's nothing to do with bricklaying. I mean, obviously there's a bit of wear and tear of bricklaying. Rheumatoid arthritis is it's an autoimmune disease. Anyone can get it. People sit in an office all day and get that. But my trowel hand's starting to play up and it swells up and that. So I'm changing the handle. Trowel I use most of the time is this WHS. It's about 10.5 inches long, London pattern, but it's got the old wooden handle on it, which I've always been quite happy with. That's my go-to trowel most of the time. But also I use rose. That's my old one there. She's worn out on the way out, but that, and I've got a new one there. Saying that's about 10.5, maybe getting off 11 inches long. 10.5 I think it is. I'm sort of breaking in, but I don't use them much. I like to swap about a bit just to break the boredom. But what I do like is these handles. I find these handles the most comfortable handle out of any trowel, these plastic ones. People say they get a bit sweaty and a bit slippery, but I just get a rubber brick on them, they're fine. It's just this shape where it gets a bit bigger there around your hand. So what I'm going to do, or what I've done, I tried to buy online a rose plastic handle, and I couldn't get one. I could. I did post it on the Facebook group. I mean, there was 53 quid for an handle, and I actually saw rose trowels, over 100 quid. I mean, no one's going to pay that. I don't know who's fucking selling them, but I didn't look that far. So I looked about, and I've got a Bond handle, which is exactly the same as the rose handle. It is, they've copied it anyway, haven't they? You know, it's the same shape, everything, just blue. So what I've got another WHS 10.5 inch London pattern, old one. This one here, what I'm using, that's about 1970s, that one. If you can see the writing on it, okay. This is earlier, it's got the writing slightly bigger, slightly different. It's probably 1960s or something. And it's heavier. It's a heavier blade, this one. I don't like limber blades, like the Marshall Towns, the thin, flexible blades. They're not for me. I like something a bit solid and something I can cut a brick with. So I'm going to put the Bond handle on here, and hopefully that improves my hand. So what I've done, if you look there, I've cut some notches in there. So what's going to happen is, that's going to go in there, and that's to give it a bit of grip. But what I've got is some Chemfix 2-part epoxy. So I'll fill the handle up with that in there, ram that in, hopefully it'll stay. Now I have done this before, about 35, 36 years ago, I can't remember. That was a WHS Canadian pattern, which is exactly the same as that one. I want with these leather handles on them. Now at the time, I don't know if things changed. I didn't like the leather handle, so I changed it for this Marshalltown plastic handle. And I remember doing it, and I filled it up that with because 2-part resin was fortunes if you could get it in them days. The fiberglass, what they fill car bodies with, that's what I used. And like I say, that wore down that much, and then at the time I thought it was just too small, and it got chucked in the back of the garage. I only found it a few months back. You know, it's okay to use now. I don't use big trowels, but that had quite a bit of use. As you can see, the handle's worn down, and that handle never came loose. So I'm hoping the same happens with that. So yeah, that's what it's going to be anyway. So I'll let you know how I'll get on with it. Bye, buys.